Get off of her. Don't you sock her. Don't you sock a lady. Don't you sock a lady. Don't sock her. Don't sock her.
Don't be down the ground. I didn't know that. No. Call the commander. Call the commander. Call the commander. Stop pushing my heart.
Put your hands behind your back.
Calm down.
LA Sheriff's deputies down in Lancaster, out in Lancaster, as you saw, one officer snatched this woman around to the ground, and it must be some dangerous situations going on outside of this grocery store. Horrible things. This is the details of this dangerous situation that apparently they were threatened by. It happened on June 24th outside the WinCo grocery store. The department says deputies were apprehending a man and woman accused of shoplifting inside the store. So as they were outside, I wonder why they weren't gone, because cops show up so fast. This is the department's response to what is that happened, considering we just saw that brutality on video. The LA County Sheriff's Department has opened an investigation into this incident. While the department does not make statements related to ongoing investigations, Sheriff Luna has made it clear that he expects department personnel to treat all members of the public with dignity and respect, and that personnel who do not uphold our training standards will be held accountable. In the interest of transparency within our community, the Sheriff's Department is releasing body-worn camera video from the incident. Oh, well, thank you very much. But that sounds like a very standard statement that could go with anything. If anybody did anything wrong, we're gonna figure this out and we're gonna do something about it until you guys shut the hell up and stop bugging us about it. Good thing they had this body-worn camera evidence, because look, it's gonna clear this whole thing up. Let's watch how this whole thing then went down from the detainment of her husband, which she was filming, which apparently got her snatched around to the ground. This is how this started. Look how quick it escalates.
We're just gonna pat you down, buddy, big dog.
I don't have nothing.
Okay, relax. We don't know that.
Man, I don't have nothing.
Okay, we're just gonna
pack a cigarette. See, there go this. Now what? I'm not even being resistant. Huh? Wait. No, man, I'm not. Wait. No, I'm not under arrest for what?
You're not under arrest. You're being
why are you detained for what? For what?
Listen.
What have I done? I haven't stolen a birthday. Man, I can bust loose. Why y'all doing this, man? Boss, why y'all doing all this?
Dude, relax. Or you're gonna get put
That man
down.
was threatening me, man.
Dude, just.
Man, my wife's a paralegal. Oh, my arm, man.
One threat from a man sitting on a rock waiting for them to show up, they went straight grabbing his arm. So is this detainment or is this an arrest? Is this aggressiveness as they tell him to calm down and snatch on him a little bit? And again, his arm apparently was hurting there on top of it. No investigation, no discussion about what is it they're bugging him about. By the way, it was a damn cake, probably $7 to $8 worth of a cake. But nothing was more threatening than this scene. This is the body cam evidence, which we may even stop in the middle because we saw how brutal it was in the first place. But this is the cop that approached his wife for holding a phone. See if you see any kind of cop speak about why he approached her like this. Watch.
I'm telling you, tell a police over here. No, you can't touch me. You can't touch me.
Get down on the ground. Get on the ground.
It's already on YouTube.
Stop.
Live.
I don't give a stop.
Stop.
Stop. You're gonna get punched in the face.
You punch me and you're gonna get sued too. You already got sued. I got it on camera.
Stop.
I
Turn
got
around.
It on camera. Get your neck off my. I can't breathe.
Hey, we're in a fight at the WinCo.
I can't breathe. There's no fight. You threw me down to the ground. Stop manhandling me. I didn't do nothing. You threw me down.
It was brutal. It continued on for a while. I wanted to stop it there. One more clip here, yes, because I want to get all your thoughts on this. Because look, we had the approach. We're gonna skip video 4, you guys. Let's go to 5. Video 4, the first cop who was sitting next to the gentleman on the rock. He went up immediately and started barking at him as if there was something dangerous going on off of a call that apparently a security officer came out and confronted them about. The man sat there and said, "We waited for you guys to show up. I wanted the cops called." So what gives them the reason to run up on folks who shoplifted and then didn't take off as cops were called. Last video here, guys, SOT 5 here, because as they went through this whole thing, there was other problems with these two as they attacked them. Some health issues that you'll probably hear as they continue to say they just simply don't care. More.
No, you can't touch
Have a
me.
seat. Have a seat.
Just do that
Have
to
a
my
seat.
wife. Come on,
Have a
man.
seat.
Why you doing this to me, man? Calm down. We ain't even did nothing. Dude,
See, deputies involved in a fight.
I'm not gonna fight you, man. You put in my
Have a
wife, she got
seat.
cancer. She got cancer, man.
All right, dude.
She got cancer.
Area is switching and
Oh, you gonna wait, her phone.
Okay.
Give me the phone. I'm not doing nothing, man. You can't fight. I'm not fighting with y'all.
Hey, dude, calm down.
Just stop.
Have a
Just
seat.
relax.
Have a seat.
Yeah, bro, hold on. I wanna make sure she's all right,
She's
man.
all right. Sit down.
I know. You're gonna have consequences.
All you had to do was listen.
I didn't do anything. You was mad because I videoed and put it on YouTube. I can't. I'm not gonna be able to breathe because I got asthma.
And 111 advising code for the deputy involved fight at the WinCo
Watch out.
code 4 during the frequency at.
Apparently, his wife had cancer. They slammed her to the ground, broke her prescription glasses. She said she couldn't see. A pepper sprayed her as well, by the way, because that was also an extended version of the cop's body cam. Sprayed her on the face, said, "I'll punch you." All these assault threats, actions, constantly over a cake. That again, after it was all said and done, they arrested these two folks, and the charges were nothing to do with a cake. Crazy how that works, yes.
And he said all you had to do is listen. And like we're not children. You're not our parents. We don't have it's an egregious overstep of authority, and that's why a lot of people don't like cops. And it's all right there on camera. You know, if you see everyone as a threat, you will treat everyone as a threat. And if you're trained to look for threats everywhere, you'll see those threats everywhere. So they're saying now that there's going to be accountability, but they also know that what's most likely to happen is that the news cycle and just the virality of all of this is going to die down. The strategy that a lot of these police departments use is that they just ride out the public backlash, appeasing people just long enough until they forget about the story. The strategy should be to fix the problems that are now documented and exposed, but that's not what happens. And this story in particular literally shows how police actually feel about accountability. They detained a woman for attempting to hold them accountable in a non-violent, non-threatening way. All she was doing was videotaping them, which she has the right to do. You know, this isn't the way to deal with poverty and crime. And we know that those two things are intrinsically related. More law enforcement, whether that's, just literally more officers or stronger officers, stronger force, it doesn't make this a safer place. That's not how you deal with crime, especially petty crimes like this one.
Well, accused petty crimes, because again, I don't even see the charges coming from anything from that, and they waited for them. It just doesn't make sense that was the case. We'll see where that whole thing pans out if they somehow find something connected to that. But he had the cake in his hand as they first approached him in this cheap ass container. The things that we ignore in the country that are really serious versus the things that cops may run out and jump on a couple of elderly folks for is outrageous.